Oh no! Don't do. Dude. Picture, y'all.
Come on, man.
Yo, at this point, I know he was just destroyed, bro. Look at him. He lost everything, bro. Like, everything, bro. This picture will forever be funny. And it's crazy because I really loved it, Will Smith, bro. Anime Horror Gang! What's goody with y'all got of the video?
Today we're going to be reacting to Casual Geographics.
Yo, man, shout out to Casual Geographics. Yo, Brody, these videos you got are fire, Brody. Yo, y'all, if y'all want us to check out more of his videos and stuff, please let us know in the comments. And, like, it gotta be horror.
Yeah.
It gotta be horror. We can't react to every animal video he does. It gotta be horror, because if it ain't horror, we can't check it out. So, please put them down in the comments which ones y'all want us to check out in horror.
Yep.
And we'll definitely do it.
So please like, comment, subscribe, and join our big happy family.
Yes, join the family, Anime Horror Gang. Once you join the family, you're Supreme Kai. You're a loser. You're a Supreme loser, man. Yo, I hope y'all had a good Halloween. We definitely had a good Halloween, man.
Yeah, we did, though.
Yo, we was partying, having a good time with the fam, man. You already know. We ate a lot of food.
Yeah.
We ate a lot of food, y'all. And y'all, we really hope y'all enjoy y'all Halloween, man. Check out our Halloween videos we dropped this past week and stuff. Yo, we about to definitely, before the year's over, y'all, we about to definitely get these gameplays all finished and stuff. And we hope that, you know, next year will be a better year and stuff for everybody. So enjoy Halloween. Join the holidays that's coming up, man. I hope all y'all be safe and stuff like that. But, yo, Halloween was lit.
Yeah, it was. It was a blast.
So, yeah, y'all, like, please check out our last Halloween videos that we recently just posted this week, y'all. We love y'all so much, man. Thank you for supporting us and giving us so much love and stuff, because that really pushes us on. That makes us really go harder for this channel, y'all. So, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's begin! Hard gang! Let's get it, man. In a horror movie. Alright, y'all, so y'all already know how Casual Geographics is with his videos and stuff. Yo, we're about to hop up right up into it, y'all. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. Join the family. You already know our channel's growing every week, and we posting out new and better things and stuff like that. Next year is going to be completely different with this channel, and we're going to really start like doing some more crazier stuff on this channel that's going to get lit. Yeah. So y'all, hope y'all ready for that, man. Let's hop into Casual Geographics, man. Yo, this is the guy right here. Right, you already know. And before we start, I have to say this. For the ones that be trying to like tell us what to do with our channel and stuff like that, stop telling us what to do. Because this is our channel, and we could do whatever the fuck we want to do on our channel. This is not y'all channel. I understand y'all try to give people advice and stuff like that, but don't tell us how to run our channel. This is our channel, so stay in your lane, bro. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, join the family. I had to say that because it's like, there's always people trying to tell us what to do, like, oh, make this, and like, dude, this is not y'all channel. This is ours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't put the time and the effort to build this. So yeah, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's begin, man. Anime Horror Gang.
Anime Horror Gang.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that song.
Spooky season. You knew this was coming. We're always talking about all the ways nature and the things in it. But we never talked about how diseases can have animals permanently parallel to the ground. So that's what this video is. Animal disease.
Bro, what the?
What the? Ugh.
And of course, if you were to need a
wait a minute.
spooky season. You knew this was coming. We're always talking about all the.
Do you see how that bear came?
Oh my god!
How diseases can have animals permanently parallel to the ground. So that's what this video is.
Dude, what? Is that a camel?
When I see what researching them has done to my search.
Hell no.
And of course, viewer discretion is very much advised.
Man.
For disease number 1, what's a Halloween video without a jump
what
scare?
the?
This photo was taken just outside the Caribbean Bay Hotel in Zimbabwe of what appears to be a hairless baboon.
Ugh.
Baboon?
Appeared to be an outcast, only following her true from a distance, almost as if she had been rejected for her appearance. And according to a nearby vet, the most likely cause for this abandoned baboon's condition, mange. Mange is a nasty-looking disease caused by parasitic mites burrowing into the skin, where their collective feces can cause severe allergic reactions and an unbearable amount of itching. That's why the main calling card of mange is turning animals into the most down bad version of themselves. And while the word mange
Let me put this up, because he might be talking.
Be a certainty from anything from foxes to bears to
Wait, what?
occasionally birds like eagles.
Oh, hell no.
Many more. In fact,
Maybe y'all, I'm gonna put this somewhere.
More than likely jump-started by a severely mighted
Put this right here or something.
And in 1996, there was an
El Chupacabra
mange that griefed a family of mountain gorillas in Uganda, even expiring one of their babies. The mites themselves aren't a death sentence, but they slowly weaken the target, making them much more vulnerable to infections. And they can easily spread, especially if you're a wombat whose burrow mates with a walking mite mosh pit. The mites are so persistent that in Pennsylvania, a black bear with more than 50% hair loss is considered a lost cause. And not only is it returned, it's also incinerated, so the past tense bear can't possibly infect any others. And yes, mange is zoonotic, meaning
So it's kind of like,
humans, and when that happens, it's called scabies.
so it's kind of like if you're like an animal that's like looking different, like the outcast and stuff. Like you're not going to be a part of the pack, and then it's like you kind of like gotta get rid of that animal.
Yeah, it's like they're going to affect the whole group if they were to stay in that.
Yeah, so it's like you got to get rid of them, because it's like if y'all don't get rid of that animal, it's going to kill all the other animals. Like that's crazy.
Easy to treat in people, but those with weak immune systems or those taking immunosuppressants can find themselves gatekept from a life of comfort. There's also Demodex mites, which shack up in hair follicles, and even a couple species that make their home in the human eye. So yeah, mange just might be the most aesthetically upsetting ailment here. The polar opposite of the next disease, because where mange is visually visceral,
That's fucking
zoonosis is
disgusting.
almost purely psychological. You've probably heard of the condition where animals in captivity do the same thing over and over with no goal or purpose, almost like they're in a trance. And one of the most popular examples of this are those videos of elephants swaying back and forth. Except zoonosis is much more than that. Of course, you have your swaying and almost neurotic pacing around their enclosure, but the zoonosis signature also includes excessive grooming, personal punishment like self-biting and self-mutilation, turning puke into an infinite food glitch, prophagia, even in animals.
Oh my god!
No.
Like mange, it's
Oh, hell.
zoonosis can also be contagious. If an animal is housed next to one exhibiting the stereotypes associated with it, chances are that same animal will too. This captive psychosis is likely triggered by a lack of stimulation and enrichment, and is more common in higher intelligence animals, especially those that would normally have a wider range. Elephants checking both boxes is likely why 40% of captive pachyderms show symptoms of zoonosis. Orcas are one of the smartest non-human creatures alive and can travel well over 40 miles a day for food. And almost a year ago today, in 2022, a captive orca named Hugo tragically resigned from reality after violently slamming into his tank wall until he suffered a life-ending aneurysm. And in 2005,
Wow.
baboon groomed her baby so excessively that he looked like he came out the womb beefing with wizards.
Dang!
No.
That this was zoonosis working overtime, but bro got the mister.
Yo, that's the equivalent of like your parents, like your mom or your dad couldn't afford the barbershop and they cut their hair themselves.
Yeah.
Cause y'all, I'm not gonna lie. My mom, she cut my hair the one time. I came to school zigged. I came to school looking zigged, bro. I was looking crazy.
I'm sorry, but man, it was terrifying.
That's like the equivalent to that.
Clean cut, that ain't a fade.
We got the Mr. Clink.
Zoonosis was Gus. Gus was a polar bear that lived in Central Park Zoo for 25 years. At one point, visitors and keepers noticed that Gus would spend all day swimming in figure eights, sometimes for up to 12 hours straight. Keep in mind that polar bears can cover nearly 50 miles in a day searching for seals.
Damn.
Not only did the zoo spend 25 grand on therapy for the bear, Gus went on to make history as the very first zoo animal to be put on Prozac. Speaking of which, the 25,000 bones of behavioral therapy basically amounted to the therapist saying, "It be like that."
They had to give the bear therapy.
Wow.
I think zoos have the potential for a lot of good and a lot of bad. It's just that the bad can lead to a chronically pilled out polar.
That's just crazy that it was so bad that it was doing that they had give a bear therapy. How does that work?
I don't even know, but man, it's like I feels like when they're not in the wild and all that stuff, it's like they're in a closed space, like all day, every day. So
It's weird. Like, how you give an animal therapy? Like, you got like break them from that routine. Probably.
yeah, probably.
Polar bear. But wait, it gets darker because with how far removed humans humans have gotten from nature, there's a legitimate fear that humanity as a whole could be suffering from zoochosis on a global scale.
What?
That joke of being no different than ants stuck in a death spiral becomes less and less of a joke as time goes on.
That's scary to think about, though, too.
That is scary to think about that.
Do you remember the Will Smith movie I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Before his wife publicly
Oh!
his family jewels in 2 packs.
Oh no! Don't do it. This picture, y'all.
Come on, man.
Yo, at this point, I know he was just destroyed, bro. Look at him. He lost everything, bro. Like, everything, bro. This picture will forever be funny. And it's crazy because I really loved it, Will Smith, bro.
Man, I did too, man.
Like, before all that even popped off, like
He was good, too.
I felt like, dang, is he like the perfect dad or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I always looked at him like that, like, cause y'all, we grew up after the Fresh Prince era, but it was like knowing like how our parents was telling us, knowing how he was in Fresh Prince. It made me look at Will like damn, like he was really that guy. First time I knew about Will Smith was like in Shark Tales. That was like for real,
Man.
Shark Tales.
He did his thing.
I Am Legend, all that. And I really fuck with him because he looked like the perfect dad. Even though we know how the family is now, his kids are fucking weird. But I feel like, hey, that's Jada. That's Jada.
Or his wife.
But bro, why the picture though, bro?
Jewels in 2 packs. Well,
2 packs?
doctor is
Tupac, 2 packs? Oh!
cure for cancer. Instead,
Come on, man.
99% of the human race. A pretty good example of what can happen when humans try to play God with the natural order. Another example is what happened in Florida, specifically Silver Springs State Park. It's Florida's very first tourist attraction, famous for having a couple Tarzan movies shot there. And in the 1930s, tour boat operator
Okay.
Tui was looking for a way to spice up his Jungle Cruise ride. So he brought in 6 Reef'Lik's macaques and had them placed on a small island in the park.
No.
What went wrong?
They f***ed up. Apparently, nobody involved was told that the monkeys could swim, and the monkeys touched down on dry land. The macaques proceeded to swim out to the mainland. And following lots of multiplying without a calculator, there are now currently hundreds of rogue macaques, with a good number of them carrying a deadly herpes virus.
What?
Herpes B is an incapacitating condition that can cause severe brain inflammation, permanent neurological damage, and a permanent lease in a casket-shaped condom.
So you telling me these things had herpes and you drew everybody up in that shit, not knowing what's wrong with it? Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
So nobody never even thought to
Examine the See, you're going into the fucking jungle, so it's like you don't know what these animals got. That's why I feel comfortable going to the fucking zoo. Cause I feel like, dude, at least we could see them behind glass and shit. Like, but I be getting scared about that too. Cause y'all, not even going front. Shout out to our brother, Andre. Shout out to him. He told me the one time when he went to the zoo. I think you heard this story. He told me the one time when he went to the zoo with his class, the gorilla banged on that fucking glass, bro. I'm like, yo, I would have been petrified and ran, bro.
Yeah.
I would have ran, bro.
I've been so scared at that point.
It's like, nah, fam, nah. Like, nah.
Ain't no way you're going to have me in a room and on the other side of a glass that's like a few inches thick, a whole gorilla's trying to bash that joint.
He said it only did one time, like, boom. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
And the muscles, the muscles on that, dude. This is an animal with a lot of muscle, man. Like, dude, and they're strong, dude.
And then Mike Tyson got the nerve to try to go up and try to fight one of them shits. I don't know if y'all seen that shit on Instagram, but it was a thing. Mike Tyson, I don't know if it was fake or not, but Mike Tyson wanted to go up in a gorilla exhibit and fight one. I'm like, nigga, I understand you one of the greatest of all time, but nigga, a gorilla, bro? You're
Dude,
crazy as
much,
fuck,
man.
bro.
Dude, that's too much.
You crazy, bro.
Rare, but not rare enough to be eye by indeterminate fluids.
Ew.
Even after immediately flushing her eye out for several minutes, the 22-year-old died December 10th, 1997.
Damn.
Almost exactly 6 weeks after first being exposed. According to the Center of Disease Control, since 1932, there have been 51 cases of people being infected.
Wait a minute, 6 weeks later?
21 deaths and an 80%.
Because it had herpes. It had diseases and shit.
Man.
So can you imagine? See, when like you gonna get something if you catch that shit. Like if somebody spit on you or like all that, if they got that shit, you're gonna catch that shit.
Dude, that's sad right there. That is
She ain't even
sad.
deserve. And it's crazy because you literally just went up in there for a tourist attraction and you even ain't that crazy. That everybody that woke up that day went to go to a tourist attraction didn't even know they was about to get attacked by monkeys with herpes and she just happened to go.
Man, that's sad right there. I'm
Sad.
sorry,
Rest in peace to her, man. That's fucked up.
Mortality rate for those untreated. That same fatal virus is currently being backpacked by up to a quarter of the hundreds of macaques running around the Sunshine State. Worse, it's believed they shed the potent virus through their saliva. So far, there's no known case of one of these Marion County monkeys passing off the virus to a human. The problem is, the monkeys have managed to lose their natural fear of humans, and there was even one incident where the park had to be shut down after a family was threatened and chased by an especially malicious macaque.
You
It's
know,
the worst kind of invasive, and it's 100%
that's not right.
fault.
That's
Although the virus
something ain't right about that picture right there.
It's
The
definitely
fact that they are losing their fear of humans.
And I feel like they're getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
Don't have an animal be too comfortable around you, cause that's when they're gonna fucking strike. Like I don't understand them fucking. Like I understand y'all love doing that shit, but I can't understand myself being a zookeeper. Like the people that be having the animals and they be like playful with them like a fucking lion. Like there was a video with like a female lion. The zookeeper opened the gate and the female lion just jumped on him like playing. I'm like nigga. That thing can literally
Was
bite your
hugging them too?
like that thing can literally bite your fucking head off. Literally could bite your head off.
Yeah. It's like, it's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time.
Y'all ain't seen me going to hunt none of that shit. No, bro. No. Like I'm gonna let other people do that. I'm smarter than that.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than that. No, bro. No. I'm going to the zoo. That's the safest place to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to the zoo.
That's safe.
one of those cases of F-rounded findings.
But it's crazy because you don't want to get too close because one of them animals hit you.
One of the most unsettling diseases in nature is a sickness that affects deer, known as chronic wasting disease. Called so because it essentially destroys the animal from the inside out.
Damn.
This type of disease is a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy, a name that literally comes from the fact that it causes several sponge-like holes in the brain. It's like the forbidden final boss of trypophobia, and it's caused by a single misfolded protein known as a prion. This prion triggers a chain reaction where the only outcome is a canceled life subscription, and the only thing the victim can do is wait for the sweet release of death. Here's what the ending of a deer with CWD looks like. It starts with a misfolded protein affecting and altering perfectly normal proteins. It's almost like a cellular level cheese touch. The moment it starts, it's already over. Step 2 includes the prions exploding in numbers exponentially and accumulating in the body, the whole time the deer, elk, or moose looks and acts perfectly normal. The deer can walk around with this disease for 2 whole years before the chronic becomes critical. Eventually, it escalates to the point where the prions manage to break into the blood-brain barrier, where they start destroying neurons, putting enough holes in the brain to get it cursed out by an octopus, and slowly wasting the poor, unexpecting deer. Deer with CWD seem unable to process anything around them, including danger, and if predators or playing freeze tag on the freeway doesn't take them
Wow. You could tell because, like,
starvation.
you could tell because you can start seeing their ribs. And, like, it starts doing stuff that's, like, abnormal.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it starts to, like, you know, like, act crazy. And, like it starts to fumble a little bit. Itself a little bit. Like, oh, that's sad.
Man.
Brain shut down. The worst part is, the nightmare doesn't end once the deer does, since the prions responsible can exist in an area years after the victim, and can even be absorbed by plants in contaminated soil. That's assuming they don't just leach into groundwater. In fact, the only surefire way to eliminate a prion is literally that. Fire. Except, it's not as simple as cremating a casualty. That'd be too easy. It's said that it takes heat at a minimum of 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 400
So basically, you need
properly pack up a prion, and and some sources say to hike that up to 1800 to be safe. But the part
basically you need lava.
Things not native to a horror movie.
So you basically need damn near like lava to get rid of that shit. Oh, wow.
Yo, it's really that contagious to the point you need lava to get rid of that? That's crazy. Yo.
So it's like you don't even want to be touching no deers or none of that shit. Because what if they got that?
Yeah. Do that.
I mean, but there's signs to show that a deer does got that. Like it starts to like not move normal like how it usually do. And like it starts to get skinnier and skinnier.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. I like watching this because now it makes me feel a lot more careful now when you're out in the wild.
That's why, like, we love his channel because I feel like it's funny. It's not funny, but it's teaching you about real life.
Yeah, it's educational though.
Like, it's really teaching you, like, it's entertaining and it's really educational because you should be learning some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And not be walking out here just friendly, just walking up to these animals thinking that it's okay. Like, no, you need to be careful.
Dude, that is not going to end well, man.
Like, if you, man, I'm not, nah, bro, I'm not touching these animals. You crazy.
Nope.
It's believed there are three main factors that cause prion diseases. Genetics play a relatively small part, with only 10 to 15% of cases in people being attributed to them. The second, and by far most common cause, is the disease being sporadic. Basically, that just means that not even science can fully explain where they come from, but that it's like it happens out of nowhere. And the third is an infected deer contaminating something like a water source or a feeding station with body fluids and passing it off to the next. Prions insist on existing years after the
so like, okay, so genetics. So it's genetics from like their parents and stuff. Sporadic, that was something else, and then like contamination. Like, so if you're drinking contaminated water or eating stuff that's contaminated, like that could cause it to. Oh yeah.
I can't take those chances. I really can't.
Keep in mind that most infected deer look no different from any other, right until it's time to disconnect from interface eternally. That means that the three main causes of wasting disease are completely RNG, and that is remarkably terrifying. And it's not just deer that can get packed up by prions. There's mad cow disease.
I heard mad cow disease
in sheep, named after the fact that it can cause them to compulsively rub up against things like fence posts until they literally scrape their wool off.
Yeah.
The human equivalent, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. And while there's no known reports of a human ever catching CWD, specialists have warned that with the thousands of CWD-infected animals eaten by people a year, there's a growing concern that the disease may eventually be transmitted to people. But maybe it's still a lot more than the last, and in my opinion, the most horrific disease in this video.
So you can't be going out here just eating these wild animals.
Because not only is rabies one of the harshest death
Rabies.
Yeah, rabies. Oh yeah.
Humans. Rabies is said to bury nearly 60,000 people a year.
What?
The most common way to get it is through dog bites. It's the worst in places with a high stray population. Which is why India, a country that criminalized murking stray dogs, has about 20,000 names crossed off the census a year by
man.
And it's children that are especially at risk, with about 40% of deaths coming from those 15 years old or younger. Here's what it's like to be turned into a statistic by rabies. It starts with the virus entering the peripheral nervous system, usually through a bite. Then, it travels inside you through nerves until it reaches part of the central nervous system, or the spinal cord.
Like Cujo.
Yeah.
Cujo got bit by a bat, right?
Yeah.
So it could be. Oh man.
There, it's a straight shot directly.
That is terrifying.
At this point, you can start drafting your will, cause ain't no way. While you can treat the virus before it reaches the brain, once it does, you're almost guaranteed to become a wuzz. The virus then multiplies, then spreads throughout the body, slowly killing you from the brain out. But the underrated and truly sinister aspect of rabies is how it seemingly rewires your brain for its own purposes. One of the telltale signs of rabies is a crippling fear of water, where just a sight or suggestion of it can cause incredibly painful spasms in the throat and larynx. At the same time, the virus attacks the salivary glands, causing excessive drooling and the foaming at the mouth the disease is famous for. And that's because the virus is most concentrated in the mouth, and swallowing or
Speaking of Cujo, man.
So the hydrophobia helps keep the mouth and all the nastiness inside.
Dude, look at that. I mean, imagine seeing that.
Yo, if I ever see a dog looking at me like this, you better fucking run.
Yeah.
You better run.
Just run.
This is literally Cujo right here. Cujo was different.
Man.
And that's not the only way rabies manipulates.
Climb the nearest tree if you can.
Stages of rabies in animals. You got the prodromal stage, and that's where the animal might start showing minor changes in behavior. And then you got the phase likely everyone associates with rabies, the excitative stage. It's been called furious rabies since it's characterized by heightened aggression and random outbursts of violence. Animals that would normally be wary of people, such as foxes, can attack completely out of nowhere with bites. And remember, being a water bigot just makes that bite that much more toxic. And then there's a paralytic or dumb stage, where the animal appears unaware and disconnected from the world around it. This is where you might see a normally introverted mammal show zero fear in humans. But don't be fooled, they're still liable to bite to serve the virus's purpose. The nightmare usually ends with the animal flatlining to respiratory arrest, as its body finally just gives up. And your fate is almost no better if you're a human, since rabies has one of the highest...
Look at that, man.
Like, it's just twitching.
It flexes a nearly 100% fatality rate, but nearly means there's still a chance. In 2004, 15-year-old Gina Giese contracted rabies after being infected by a bat. And the moment she started experiencing symptoms, she was, statistically speaking, a walking...
Y'all be going into them bat caves and, man.
Yeah.
Corpse. The moment she started 15% fatality rate, but nearly means there's still a chance. In 2004, 15-year-old Gina Giese contracted rabies after being infected by a bat, and the moment she started experiencing symptoms, she was, statistically speaking, a walking corpse. Dr. Willoughby, who had studied up on rabies, figured their last chance was to put the teenager in a coma in a last-ditch effort to save her brain and give her body a reasonable chance to fight off the virus. About a week after she was induced, Gina miraculously started producing rabies antibodies, and after hero-stepping death, she would go through the grueling rehab of relearning how to walk, talk, and even stand. Even when you're lucky, it ain't easy being Giese. She became the first person to ever survive the rabies virus without a vaccination, and even went on to start a family. The Milwaukee Protocol.
That's good. That's good right there.
Still run the risk of waking up severely disabled, which is the best you can do when negotiating with death.
Bro, look at that,
That's
man.
exactly what treating rabies is. It's a horrifically debilitating disease, and even though it takes about 1 to 3 months to show symptoms after being infected, there have been cases of people walking around with the virus for 7 years. At the same time, if the virus manages to invade you close enough to your brain, you can easily be down bad less than a week after being exposed. With a virtually 100% kill rate, and the thousands that lose their lives to it a year, it's definitely one of the most unforgiving viruses out there. Which is why the greatest basketball player of all time isn't Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or even Kobe Bryant. It's Manu Ginobili. Because during a Spurs-Kings game in 2009, a bat managed to find its way inside the arena, causing everyone to immediately panic. Until the 6'5" Argentinian backhanded the bat and put that in position, and proceeded to help lead his team to a 20-point win, along with a victory by TKO against the bat. One man managed to potentially solo one of the deadliest viruses of all time, and he wasn't even a starter. And you'll never guess what day this happened. Yeah. That's right. Happy Halloween, and stay safe out there.
Wait a minute, what day it happened?
Right. Never guess what day this happened.
Oh! That's insane.
October, Halloween. Happy Halloween,
I guess.
Halloween.
And Halloween just passed too. Yeah. That's crazy.
Stay safe out there.
We should have reacted to this on Halloween. In case of humans contracting rabies is rare, with usually 1 to 3 cases reported annually. Alright, so stay away from bats, so the chances of catching it is low. And it is estimated less than half of 1% of bats carry it. But there is never limit, but there are never zero. Yeah, y'all, be cautious about the animals you be around. Alright, man, shout out to Casual Geographics, man. You already know that video was fire, Brody.
Yeah, it was good.
Yo, we really love that video, man. We can't wait to check out some more stuff from them. For real, man. Cute animals, but they slowly get worse. I've never seen animals like this before. Alright, never mind. But, Yeah, y'all. Show him some love and support, man. Go subscribe to him to his channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe for us, man. We love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for y'all love and support, man. We love y'all so much, man. Y'all more than subscribers to us, man. Y'all are family to us, man. You already know. So we see y'all next time through the next video.
See you next time.
Deuces.